episode of the Horror Show Interview. And I'm here with Fedora.
Oh, that's me. Yeah. How you going, guys?
um, so have you heard of any new horror movies besides the ones that we discussed before the last video cut out?
Before the blackout, before
Yeah.
my idiocy. Yeah. Uh, so that ones that are coming out now, or ones that I have obtained since since when? Since Christmas.
Since whenever you think one was significant enough to be like, this is special, like
Special, eh?
anytime. Hmm.
Hmm. Well, there is one actually I want to discuss with you. I don't know if you've seen. Have you seen? I'm assuming you've seen both Wolf Creek movies.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen both.
Now, yeah, I was very, very skeptical, as I assume that you were too, when Wolf Creek 2 was announced.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, Wolf Creek, I mean, it's based on an actual event. So, how do you think they're going to make a sequel of that without, like, getting really,
Yeah.
what's the word? Like, unethical, I suppose is the word that you probably go with. But
Yeah.
I finally got to checking it out the other day, and I was blown away. It was intense. It was action packed. Yeah, it was really really good. I was really surprised by it, to be honest.
The only thing I didn't hate this aspect about the movie, but I was kind of annoyed when they had the talk scene between Mick Taylor and the main guy for like 30 minutes. They were in
No, no,
the
no, no.
like I didn't hate
I
it.
actually found yeah, I actually found that quite interesting actually. Because I mean, especially when they start just singing and all that.
Yeah,
Because
it,
even though it looked like larrikinish and all that,
yeah,
you have to think that he was just throwing everything he could out in order to stay alive. Like that whole
yeah,
singing thing. You knew
yeah.
that
I
if he
just
stumbled on a single verse, Mick was going to come over there and just gut him.
buzz off with one of his
Yeah,
fingers. That was nasty.
or cut
But
off his fingers. Yeah.
I think that it was a good scene and it developed Mick's character well as the other characters' um, rage to survive, like wanting to
Yeah.
survive. But I think it was like a little too long. Like it was
Was it too long?
maybe 5 minutes too long.
All right. Yeah. It did have a lot of Australia only references in there that Americans probably wouldn't have understood.
Yeah, I did. I was like, what are they talking about half the time? But I do love the scene with the kangaroo running past them, and then they played that
Yeah.
song.
That
That was
was
so
like
that was so funny.
I love when they do that when they play like really unfitting music but they know that it's unfitting music on certain scenes.
Yeah.
What, what's
Like,
something that
did you ever see Dead Snow?
Dead Snow? No, I really really want to see, but because there's two of them now, isn't there?
Yeah, the second one's my
There's
favorite film of 2014, and it
yeah,
has
yeah, I
so
saw that on your list. Yeah, I forgot about that.
and it has
Yeah,
so
because
many scenes with unfitting music that it's just like it works so perfectly, even though it shouldn't.
yeah. See, the problem with me, mate, is in Australia, it's really really hard to get a lot of these movies, and the ones that you can find are like, for instance, you got Dead Snow.
Yeah.
How much did you pick that up for at your local store?
Well, I had to wait a couple of years before it went down from $20, but I found it for like 10. FYE. Then I got the Blu-ray of the second one for Christmas, so I don't know how much they paid.
Yeah, it's $40 over here.
Oh man. Is that in
Yeah.
U.S. currency or Australia? Well, actually, it's not the same
Uh,
amount. Australian currency
oh,
and
no, 40 Australian dollars. That's probably like 50 US cents. Probably something in that vicinity. No, no, things are just really expensive over here, and I would love to just go out and buy horror movies every single week if I could, but
yeah,
uh,
that's what
yeah,
we
you
have the
gotta,
bargain bin for.
yeah, I suppose, or Amazon or eBay if you can, if you're lucky enough.
Yeah, I try to use Amazon all the time instead of like going to Walmart or Kmart.
Yeah, it's probably the way to go. How
Yeah,
about you? Have you seen anything good recently, or anything that's coming out that you're excited about?
I'm excited about Jurassic Park 4. I can't wait
Yeah,
for
I think
that.
I got that. I think I got that impression slightly from that reaction trailer video that you did.
I
I think
was
the face
yeah, I
talking
was
about now.
after the video was over and I stopped it. I'm like, I don't think I showed enough emotion because after that I went to my bed and I just sat down. I'm like, it's actually happening. I just stared at my wall for like a couple
Exactly.
minutes.
Yeah, I think we were discussing this on Facebook a bit afterwards, because the Jurassic Park sequels haven't been that great. I mean, they've
No.
been enjoyable enough, but
Yeah,
nothing captured the sense of wonder that you got from the original.
I think this one will because
Yeah,
based on the trailer.
I really am hoping. Believe me, I'm holding out hopes. But
But
it looks really good. I mean, visually, it looks
yeah,
stunning. Especially that what is it, like a Lipleurodon jumping out of the water. I mean, that
it's
was
a
astounding.
I think it's called a mosasaur.
A
I have a friend
mosasaur.
who I have a friend who wrote a book. He wrote this one, Chronos Rising. It's actually my favorite book of all time, and I showed him the trailer because he hadn't known about it at the time. And when I said, "Look, there's a Chronosaurus in there," he's like, "No, it's a Mosasaurus," and I trust his opinion
It's like, well,
because he's like an
duh.
expert in that stuff. But I think that Jurassic Park 4, I mean, the first one, it had all that ooh and wonder kind of thing about it, but it also
Mm.
had great characters and everything else. And
Oh
if
yeah, yeah.
and if Jurassic Park 4 only has all the ooh and wonder and no good characters or action-packed scenes that look good on choreographed ways, if it doesn't have the things that made the first one good, besides the ooh and wonder, then I'm afraid that it won't be as good as the others. I hope that it will be though.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, it stars Chris Pratt, and he's on a hot streak right now, obviously with like Guardians of the Galaxy and Star Trek and things like that. So
Yeah, I
we
don't
know
watch
we know he can carry. Yeah. Sorry.
I don't watch
Yeah, we
superhero
know.
movies, so
Yeah,
I
we know
know.
he. Yeah, we know he can carry a movie, so we'll just have to hope that he can do this one.
Yeah, I haven't seen him act before. I don't watch superhero movies, but that one line, oh man, remember that line in the trailer? The it depends on what they cooked up in that lab or something. That was kind of
Yeah,
cheesy.
that could say so much. I mean,
Yeah,
it makes me think of that concept art that they were releasing a few years ago when they were talking about dinosaur human hybrids.
yeah. I was thinking
Yeah,
maybe they were making a Mecha Rex, like a mechanical robot Rex sort of thing.
it was like Turok Dinosaur Hunter the movie, something like something along
That'd
those
be pretty
lines.
cool.
Yeah,
And
I wouldn't mind them like getting a few like laser guns and shooting like mechanical dinosaurs. That'd make an interesting movie.
do you think it'll be rated R, or do you think they'll stick to the other ones and make it PG-13?
Oh, they'll make it PG-13. Of course they
I
will.
know.
They'll want to appeal to the kid, to the younger audience. Because with
Well,
the
kids
other
sneak into
ones, they
R-rated movies still.
yeah, well, they got to sell all their toys, mate. They got to get all the merchandise and all the lunch boxes and stuff.
Yeah, well, they're getting all the money from the toys. They'll probably make more from that than making it in the movie. Almost,
Oh yeah, they
maybe.
always do.
Yeah, so make the movie rated R. It'd be kind of cool. Seeing
Well,
dinosaurs tear up.
something I wanna yeah something I wanna talk to you about because I just saw your latest trailer reaction about Demonic, and so
Yeah,
this is a new movie that James Wan he's actually coming back to direct horror movies now.
I think he's producing this one, but yeah,
It's good
I
luck
looked
because
it up. I think he's just producing.
yeah, because I know that you and I are both massive James Wan fans.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Although I still say that I think Dead Silence is his best movie. That's my personal opinion. You're
It's
entitled
a
to your own.
tie. It's a tie between Saw, Dead Silence, and Insidious for me.
Hmm.
I can't.
Hard to pick, is it?
Yeah, I didn't think The Conjuring was that scary, but it's probably because I didn't see it in theaters.
Yeah,
But
I did see it in theaters. It's probably his best shot movie,
yeah, it's
but
probably his most expensive movie.
yeah, definitely. But certain things about say Insidious and Dead Silence just caught me a lot more. They seemed more of a throwback,
Charming,
or yeah, Dead Silence in particular seemed more of a tribute to like older generations of horror, or
like
maybe even
gothic,
just yeah, it had
kind of
that
like
feel.
yeah,
And I'll be honest, I prefer horror movies with a central antagonist because I know horror. I mean, horror is a unique genre in that stance because you're allowed to root for the villain and not feel guilty about it because that's what they're going for. So when we have a central
Yeah.
villain like Mary Shaw to root for, I know I just find myself more engrossed in the movie.
Yeah, it's not like a comedy where you can't root for the villain because he's always a douchebag, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah.
And
That's my own. And that makeup was freaking terrifying as well.
well, for Mary Shaw,
Yeah, definitely. Oh, it was horrifying.
yeah. I don't know which one's scarier for me. It's either Mary Shaw or the lipstick demon from Insidious. But in the first Insidious, when they had that girl in the black gown, that looks creepy. But then they overplayed it in the second one, I think, and they lost the creepiness with the
Yeah,
girl in the black gown.
just came up with the idea. Let's make it a dude.
I know, right?
Yeah. Speaking of the lipstick face demon, or AKA Darth Maul,
I was just gonna say
um,
that. Yeah,
yeah, everyone has. It's all over the internet.
yeah.
Um, did you see the one? Because I'm assuming you've seen Annabelle by now.
No.
Oh, you haven't? Okay, well I'll shut up then.
Yeah, yeah. It's not coming out here until January 20th, and I didn't spend I feel like spending money to go see in theaters. And I was gonna go see Woman in Black too, but I've heard nothing but terrible reviews about that.
Really, I've heard. I mean, I've heard pretty good things here.
Well, I mean, like from the
But
big
yeah,
critics like
Annabelle.
Jeremy Johns and Chris Stuckman, they're like reviewing it. They're like, it's crappy. It's not even good. But
Okay.
yeah, I'm not sure. I might still check it out in theaters. I'm not sure.
Okay. Yeah,
Just one of those things.
Annabelle's came and gone here. I assumed you'd seen it by now, but I guess I'll have to wait. But yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, as far as like the big critics go, I mean, are these the kind of people who watch it like would watch something like Leprechaun 4 in space and enjoy it, or just like yell at it because he's got a lightsaber and it's stupid?
Well, no, they wouldn't yell at it. They just criticize it. Like it's a copyright
That's a
problem.
silly idea.
Yeah. No, but I think that Jeremy Johns is actually a really good reviewer because he points out what other critics would say, and he says, "I'm not like that," kinda.
Yeah.
He's talks about those critics that like it's towards a force, it's true to light. He's like, nah, just keep it simple and enjoy the flick. He gave like Pacific Rim as like a 5 out of 5, an awesome tacular, which is what he calls it. So
Oh, okay. Well, I guess that goes where they. Yeah, Pacific Rim. Yeah, that movie was interesting.
yeah,
I like how each you could tell like from just the mechs and the people who were driving them what each team was like supposed to be symbolizing as far as countries were. Because
yeah.
you had the Swiss couple coming who had bleach blonde hair and like were all built and things like that.
The Russian guys, the brother and sister, I think it was the Russian
Yeah,
brother and
yeah.
sister.
But yeah, the amount of like stereotypes in that movie, I'm surprised the Russians didn't come in like carrying a big crate of vodka or something like that.
I wouldn't really call them stereotypes as much as they would call them expendable characters because they came in and then they were gone and killed like in the next
Yeah.
scene.
Surprised they didn't get any toys personally.
I know. You just get your own action figures of that, like in Kick-Ass 2 with the big Russian girl, Mother Russia or whatever they called her.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I haven't seen either film. I just saw the trailer, but I have the first one.
Oh, kick-ass movies.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've seen the first one. As far as parody movies go, it was all right. It's better than the crap that's been coming out recently.
yeah,
The insert genre here movies.
yeah. Like a haunted house or Scary Movie 5.
Yeah. Oh, they. Yeah, I just saw Nostalgia Critic's video saying, "Hey, is parody dead?" And I couldn't agree more of what he was saying.
I think I saw that. I'm not sure. I've seen a lot of his videos. I loved the one where he was doing the when Grandma got run over by a reindeer, and he had that
Oh
song
yeah,
at the
yeah,
end. That was that was great.
yeah.
It caught me off.
I'm more of a cinema snob fan now these days, personally.
Yeah, I I like his reviews, but lately I haven't found any that I would want to watch the video for. You know, like it's kind of like you
Okay.
pick a review for the movie you want to watch or want to hear about.
Yeah.
But
I suppose that's a thing. Like maybe when you know that when you know you've made it as a critic, when people watch the review for the critic rather than the movie.
yeah, Yeah,
Yeah.
like with Nostalgia Critic, I don't care what it is, I'll watch it because he always makes good points. So
Hmm.
he deconstructs it
Well,
to the bone.
yeah. As far as critics go, yeah. What can we? Have you got anything coming out? Well, 'cause you got that Swamp Week thing coming out now soon, haven't you?
Yeah, I want to have it out by the 11th, but I might have to push it back a couple days. I'm not sure. It's been very busy here, so
Okay.
I'm trying to get. Might be maybe it'll be the 11th or the 12th or 13th, but it's gonna be very soon.
All right. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that because, like I say, you got an Australian movie in there, Swamp Devil. I'm looking forward to hearing your opinion on.
I just watched that last night.
Yeah, I watched it a few days ago. That was I got that for my birthday back
Yeah,
in September.
yeah, I saw that. It has. I didn't even know it won awards at festivals. Like right there, it
What?
just says
Oh,
it won awards.
seriously?
What? I
Jeez.
enjoyed it.
It was fun. It had an interesting twist. I'll give it that.
Well, here's the thing. I'm going to probably say this in my review, but I'll say it now. When I was scanning images on Google to find a poster to put next to my face in the review, they
Hmm.
showed me who the Swamp Devil was. Because I looked at a picture and it had the face of the guy, the main. Well, shouldn't say that much, but it has one of the
The
guy's
guy.
faces, and I'm like, oh, you just spoiled it because I know who that was because I watched the trailer.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't
I was
I don't
so
I don't think
pissed.
they made like I don't think they go too hard to try and like keep it secret. But
Yeah, they
you
didn't.
know,
They didn't
no.
really, because like, oh, why is there dirt on your hands? Your
Yeah.
car
Why do you
door.
always show
What?
up at the most convenient time? Hmm.
It's like,
Hmm.
I'm gonna say that maybe you're the swamp devil and my father's innocent.
Just a guess. Just a
It's
guess.
just a guess, but it could be. It's probably true. So GTFO out of my house.
Yeah. Yeah, as far as my end goes, I'm working on my next review now. I've just finished watching it. It's one that you've reviewed quite a while back. I think I'll just come out and say what it is. It's Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Next Generation.
Ah, I hate that movie. I
I
hate
fin
that
I
movie.
Up until the last 15 minutes, like I'll be honest, I haven't watched your review on it yet. I'll probably go and watch it after this to see what you thought of it.
Yeah, I
But
shot that review up at a.
up until the last 15 minutes, it just seemed like a pretty rubbish acted mediocre slasher flick
Yeah.
with Leatherface as dressed as a woman for some reason.
Well, he was dressed
That
as a woman. He was dressed as
yeah,
a woman in the original.
well no, he wore makeup, but he like wore a suit and the apron and
Yeah.
things. But he was in full blown drag this time,
Yeah.
which I didn't really pay too much attention to because I was too busy mesmerized by Matthew McConaughey
I was too busy covering my
acting
ears
the
from all the
hell out of
screaming.
his role.
I was too busy covering my ears from all of Leatherface's screaming. It was so annoying. Oh my god.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
if you watch my review for that, I actually shot that up at a cabin in New York. I shot a
Oh,
whole bunch
really?
of reviews up there. Yeah. And
That's good timing.
yeah, I know. I shot reviews for Ron Turn and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre and stuff like that up at the cabin. And and when I was up there around that time, Evil Dead the remake wasn't even out on DVD. It had just come out, so that was like in 2013. And
Hmm.
if you watch my review for the first Texas Chainsaw Massacre up at the cabin after the video is over, there's a shot. I have a video of just like me recording stuff that happened, like what the cabin looks like and what the surroundings are. It's pretty cool. But
And then Leatherface burst in.
oh, I didn't have a chainsaw with me. But I, my review for the movie in the intro, I added a chainsaw sound effect after. I made it seem like it was a brochure where I was. You have to watch
That's
it.
good enough.
Yeah,
It's the imagination that counts.
yeah. Leatherface is there, believe me. I don't see
Yeah,
him.
I
Well,
swear.
I
Fucking
swear.
silent. Like
Yeah.
it's happening. We don't have enough money to show you it, but trust us, it's happening.
Look at this puppet. It's the monster in the movie. Just
Ah!
we'll put CGI over it. Don't worry.
Yeah, it'll look fine. We'll fix it in post.
Yeah, it'll never look fine with the asylum.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Speaking of
yeah, that's another thing I got. There's a movie that
Sharknado
I was
2,
looking forward to for a long, long time. It's another one that I got for Christmas, which I didn't mention. It was released in 2012. I'm assuming you've seen it. It's called Behemoth. Have you seen it?
Isn't that the one with the mountain monster?
Yeah.
That's not Asylum. That's a Maneater
No.
series.
No, it's like a sci-fi movie or something like that.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. It's a Maneater series movie. That they
Yeah.
actually released Swamp Devil too with the Maneater series.
Really? Because I
Yeah,
got I got I got I got Behemoth with Sea Beast and Sand Serpents in
I
the
love Sea
collection.
Beast. Sea Beast is pretty
Yeah.
cool.
I actually watched that last night. For what it was, I mean, the creatures looked really good. I'll give him that.
Yeah, the guy who directed that movie directed Loch Ness Terror, which is another really good Loch Ness monster movie,
That
Sci-Fi
I've
Channel
heard
film.
a lot of good things about. Is that
It
is that
is
the found footage Loch Ness monster movie?
no, that's Incident at Loch Ness.
Yeah.
This one's called I don't know what it's called where you live, but here it's Loch Ness Terror. It might be
Yeah.
called Beyond Loch
I
Ness where you are.
I think it's beyond Loch Ness. I think I saw that quite a few years ago. It's like this massive Loch Ness monster going on a killing rampage.
And it has babies everywhere running around killing people.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
I think
that
that might be a different one. Yeah.
they
Oh, there's
have
like 100,000 of these movies.
no. Where there's 100,000 Nessie movies. There's 100 million Bigfoot movies.
Yes, there is. Yeah, I have this guy um, commenting on a lot of my videos, trolling me basically, asking
Yeah,
me to review a movie called Abominable, which came out in 2006. I think
that
he
is the
saw my
best Bigfoot movie ever.
yeah, I think he saw my Snow Beast review and thought, oh, maybe I'll see if he'll do this one as well.
Yeah.
I might do a gore war on it against Night of the Demon or something like
I
that.
was just gonna say you should totally do that. You should totally do that
Yeah.
because those are like the two goriest Bigfoot movies. One from the '80s, one from now. But that'd be a really
Well,
cool gore
I'll probably
war.
have to do it now. I've said it. I'll probably have to do it now.
Yeah. Abominable is my favorite, but Night of the Demon is gorier, I think.
It's the
And
classic one. Yeah.
yeah, and don't get confused with Night of the Demons
Yeah, I was gonna say
because that's different.
that's a whole different thing there.
Yeah, that's a different story.
You just happen to have that down there, did you?
I have all my Blu-rays in a box, and that was for Christmas, and I was just sorting through them. But yeah, it was kind of ironic that that was there.
Prepared for all contingencies. Wanted me that there.
Yeah, that was actually pretty
Yeah.
funny.
Well, it's good, man. The people enjoy it.
Yeah, it's like, hey, did they plan that? No, they couldn't have. They didn't plan for anything else.
Yeah.
Speaking of,
That's what we were doing through that whole supposed like technical difficulties. We just like got everything prepared for what we might say.
yeah,
Yeah, it's all good, man. But yeah, as far as Behemoth goes,
yeah,
because I saw the trailer back in back in 2011 when they were gonna release it the following year, and I
yeah.
was so hyped for it because the monster looked like freaking amazing and
Isn't he
like
only in there
scary.
for like 5 minutes?
It's in like for the last 5 minutes of the movie, and then he just shoots a rocket launcher at it and kills it, and I'm like, what? I was
Well, they
holding
showed
out for
his
this
ten-
for a whole year.
yeah, they showed its tentacles. Doesn't that count?
Oh, and there's a shot of an eye through a mountain as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They spent all the money on making the CGI look good if they didn't have too much of it, because then that'd be over the budget.
Yeah, I suppose so. But yeah, so that was a bit of a disappointment for me as far as like big holdouts go.
You know what else was good? I am reviewing this one too, but it's Man Thing. Ever see this one?
Is this coming soon? Is it?
No, it's
Or is it?
it's from 2004.
Okay. Is this coming in Swamp Week or is this something else?
No, that's why it's over here. It's coming in Swamp
Oh,
Week.
you got them all lined up, have you?
Yeah, right next to my computer, so I don't forget. Yeah,
That's
it's
good.
up.
I just sit in front of mine, so I can just reach over and grab something. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
What should I
prepared, mate.
review today?
Like, got it.
I can get it. I can get it. Um, I still have to do my top five least favorite or worst movies of 2014 list. I have them all right here, but I haven't gotten
Not
around to it yet. Hmm?
Don't get the spoilers. I got
Well,
a
then if
top five remakes video coming out after a couple of reviews time.
yeah, is Evil Dead on there?
Evil Dead was on there, then it was pushed down.
Yeah,
Yeah, and Don't worry, I'm gonna put in a good word for the Nightmare on Elm Street remake because I like you, I do think that was a good movie and it gets a way more hate than it deserves.
Yes, yeah, I think it was the only problem I really had with it was the characters. They were kind of bland, but that's it. I enjoyed everything
Yeah,
else.
I mean, yeah, some acting isn't too great in the beginning, but once it gets into it,
Yeah,
I thought it was great. And
and
sure, the
everyone's
original
like,
is always going to be the classic. I think
yeah,
a lot of hate stems from the fact that it's from Platinum Dunes,
and for Michael
and
Bay,
yeah, Michael Bay,
yeah.
is everybody's
um,
favorite person to hate these days.
did you ever see this movie? It was gonna be in my top five worst. Now it's a dishonorable mention, but that's Bigfoot Wars.
Bigfoot. No, I haven't seen that one.
It's based off a book that's awesome. The movie's terrible. I
Have
couldn't
you read the
believe it.
book?
What? You
Have
read
you
the
read the
book?
book?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I started it and I got like halfway through, and then I had to go read like six other books, so I just had to put that one aside. And
Yeah,
but from what I
I
read,
used
it
to
was
like.
like a hmm? From what I read, it was like a million times better than the movie.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I used up all my reading power in my youth with all those Goosebumps books. Did you get those in over your end?
yeah, we got a lot of them. When I was a kid, I
Yeah.
used to read. I didn't read that much as a kid, but I probably read Goosebumps the most. And no, I was one. I still read books like I do now. I pick out the older books like from the 70s and 80s that no one reads.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah. From about age 8 to about age 13, like I read all 62 of the original series Goosebumps books.
yeah,
Yeah, that was a fun old time. Probably messed my mind up, which is why I collect horror movies now.
yeah. Like I used to love to read Jaws until I found out what it actually was trying to say in the book. Did you ever read Jaws?
I own the book. I have I own the novel as well. They're sitting on the shelf, just waiting to be read. I just haven't got around to it yet.
Yeah. Then I won't spoil anything, but there's some pretty screwed up shit in that book.
In the Jaws book.
Yes. Like
Oh, really? Okay. He
it's
doesn't. He doesn't sit a woman down at a table and dine on a guy's brain, does he? Sorry, no, that's Hannibal. Okay, so I get the two mixed up.
I could say one thing that won't spoil anything, but it involves a cat getting his neck snapped, not by the shark.
Oh, I was gonna say, what a bastard. I mean, that's something that leads me onto a good. That's a good segue on something I want to talk to you about. You ever notice, like, when you watch a horror movie and there's a scene where an animal gets killed, you feel a lot worse for the animal getting killed than you do for the people.
No, not unless the animal was actually built up as a character. If it's just like, oh, we're gonna throw an animal there to get killed, I don't really place it different than a human being, you know?
Yeah, just something that I find, but like for instance, when I was watching The Relic a while ago, and there was a scene where that cop was like looking for his German Shepherd. I
Yeah.
just remember sitting there thinking, I really hope the dog is okay. And then the guy gets killed, and I'm like, oh, at least the dog's fine. That's a relief.
Yeah. No, I recently my dog actually recently passed away in November. We had to put him down
I'm
because he
sorry
had
about that, man.
tumors. Yeah. And for the movie I chose to watch, that was a horror movie that I thought would ease my pain, was a Bad Moon. The movie about the German, I think it was German Shepherd that was like the hero of the movie, trying to save his family from the werewolf.
Hmm.
That was a good choice, but it was hard
Yeah,
to it was hard for everybody. But I think watching Bad Moon actually lifted my spirits for some reason.
yeah. Well, I mean, whatever helps, man.
Yeah, yeah,
All right.
yeah. On to a better happy subject. Uh, yeah, me and my brother just started watching the From Dusk Till Dawn TV series.
Oh yeah, that's come out your end, isn't it?
Yeah, I have season one because I only have it up here because we just started watching it. Yeah,
It's on your shelf as well, is it? Just within arm's reach.
yeah. You didn't see anything. I just grabbed it, didn't you?
Reach over.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Roly Poly Oly. You ever see that show when you were a kid?
No.
It's like a world full of robots, But
Uh,
when like if they ever want to reach up for something, they just put out their arm and it extends even higher, and they're like, "Oh, I got it.
yeah,
Something we need."
just easy.
Yeah. Then
Was that the
everyone,
whole show? There's just people with stretchy arms.
oh, time to wake up in the morning, right to the neighbor's yard.
Uh, no, I'm incredibly uncultured when it comes to TV. I haven't actually watched TV in like 5 years.
Yeah.
YouTube
Surprisingly,
provides everything I need.
surprisingly, you're probably like the fifth person I've asked recently who, if they watch TV or not. They said no, and
Yeah,
that's not just for the internet. That's people around here too.
yeah, just people in general.
Yeah, it's like no
I
TV.
think the internet's winning the war, man.
Yeah, I don't want it to win the war though, so it can't win the war. No,
All right,
but
everybody, stop watching YouTube. Unsubscribe from this channel
oh,
and
wait,
start
no,
and
no,
go
this is
watch
my
TV.
channel. Go and
No,
subscribe
no,
to yours.
unsubscribe. Go watch TV because apparently we can't let the internet win the war.
Well, no,
Support your
not.
local television stations.
I mean, like movie wise. If it's like YouTube video review wise, it's okay. It's okay. But with like watching movies on the internet, it's a different story. Like Netflix and whatever.
Oh yeah, yeah, of course.
Screw
Yeah, I
Netflix.
agree with that, man.
I
Personally,
will.
I've never really been a fan of downloading movies anyway, because I just like, I mean, I'm an old-fashioned guy. I just like having the physical object. It just gives you much more of a satisfaction, like much more satisfaction just owning it.
I would say that I don't, but then you can just look behind my shoulder and tell that I was lying.
Yeah, I can see it all there, mate. You're not fooling anybody.
No, you can't. Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
right, well, I probably got to shoot. I probably got to shoot now. But it's
Your review.
yeah, it was
Your
great.
review. All right.
Yeah, I got to get some work done today. I've been slacking off all day.
It's today already. Damn. It's 4:05.
Damn it. It's today for you.
Well, yeah, that's probably. It would be worse if I was sleeping right now because you'd be like, Brian, can we do the Google Hangout? Brian, Brian.
Just like,
Yeah. All
I'll
right.
just send. Hang on, I'll just send you a poke.
Oh, don't poke me. I don't even know what that means.
It's some Facebook.
No,
Yeah.
I know it's for Facebook. I just don't. Yeah, I never even poked anybody. I find it kind of
Nobody
queer.
cares.
I know. Hey, you gonna
Yeah,
poke me?
it
Okay.
is personally. It is.
Yeah. I'd rather play Farmville or RuneScape and poke, like, kill somebody on that game than poke somebody on Facebook.
Mm.
All
Yeah,
right.
but
Well,
yeah, it's been a good chat, mate.
yeah. Hopefully we can do it again sometime.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm. All right.
Subscribe to my
So,
channel.
hmm.
Subscribe to my channel, everybody.
Shh, don't listen to this guy. He has too many subscribers. I think actually I have more than you. I don't know. I haven't looked, but
Oh, maybe.
uh,
Maybe you'd jumped up.
I don't think. I think you have more actually, and I've been out even around like half my time. What is up with that? I don't know. People don't like my
I don't know.
Batman voice.
It's just my natural charisma.
Yeah. What about my charisma? No, 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 no. Movie.
This movie's awesome. Overall, I give it. There you go.
I actually started talking like that because of Michael Madison and Piranaconda. That's kind of funny.
Yeah.
I was just like, hey, I can do that pretty good.
Yeah, I can make a living out of this.
Yeah. It was funny. I was like,
Yeah.
came out of nowhere. One day I started talking raspy and I haven't stopped since. Even when I'm not trying to talk raspy.
Well, it works. Don't mess with what works.
Gets the ladies.
Yeah.
Wanna come over to my
Hat-
movie Wanna come over to my movie cave?
No, the hats get the ladies.
Shh. I got the movie cave. That's what gets them all.
Yeah. Like my shelf's bigger than yours.
Oh man.
All right, man. Well, I gotta go now. But yeah, it's been great chatting with you.
All right, so I'm not gonna do the overall thing, but yeah, let's just sign out. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. Good day and good night. wherever you are. All right.